Okay, next suggestion and recommendation untuk ergonomic hazard in palm oil industry adalah development of harvesting machine for tool palms. So dia lebih kepada engineering control lah. So sending the manual cutter close to the bunch. So ini macam yang kita dapat lihat dekat gambar. Kita menghantar pekerja lebih dekat dengan buah tersebut untuk mencantas buah palm oil tersebut. So selain itu kita boleh tengok gambar yang sebelah dia, di mana dia mempunyai cutter untuk memotong buah palm oil tersebut berbanding menghantar pekerja untuk mencantas buah tersebut. So dari suggestion ni kita boleh eliminate terus risk factor, iaitu awkward posture. So the last suggestion and recommendation untuk ergonomic hazard ialah encouraging breaks and job rotation. So first, schedule breaks. Implements regular breaks to reduce fatigue and prevent strain injury. So the second, job rotation. Rotate tasks among workers to reduce repetitive strain and distribute physical demands. So untuk schedule breaks, ini adalah untuk mengurangkan penatan muscle dan untuk prevent dan untuk mencegah dari injured. So macam company bolehlah buat break kepada pekerja seperti pada pukul 1 hingga pukul 2 ataupun pukul 1 hingga pukul 3. So selama 1 jam ataupun ke 2 jam. So untuk job rotation, company boleh menukar tugasan kepada pekerja untuk mengurangkan repetitive movement and injuries kepada pekerja. So itu saja untuk ergonomic hazard. Terima kasih.
Next, I'm Harindran. I'm going to present about physical hazard. Related hazard in this industry, we have environmental factor, physical exertion, and accident risk. In environmental factor, we have extreme weather condition, noise exposure, and dust inhalation. In physical exertion, we have repetitive task and heavy lifting. Last, in accident risk, we have falls, machinery accidents, and animal interactions. Source of work hazards. First, repetitive strain injuries. We have planting, weeding, and harvesting. Next, back pains. In back pain, we have bending, lifting heavy object, off balance posture. Next, lower extremity discomfort. So in this, we have kneeling, squatting, and standing for long period. For source of work hazard is heat stress. In heat stress, we have exposure to hot and humid condition, heat exhaustion, and heat stroke. Next, we have respiratory issues. So inhalation of soil, fertilizer, or plant debris. We have lung irritation, allergies, and asthma. Last, pesticide exposure, inhalation of skin with pesticides. And last, lung disease. We can have a lung disease. Next, we have risk factor of hazard. So first, worker characteristic. In worker characteristic, we have age, training, and fitness level. Next, environmental factor. We have weather condition, ground condition, and noise level. Next, we have occupational demands. We have repetitive tasks, heavy lifting, poor posture, and chemical exposure. Next slide is about the work-related disease. First, we have the respiratory diseases. Inhalation of dust, mold spores, and pesticide can trigger allergies, asthma, and other respiratory problem. Next, we have skin disease. Contact with chemical, fertilizer, and soil can cause skin irritation, dermatitis, and other skin condition problems. Next, we have musculoskeletal disorder. repetitive tasks and heavy lifting can lead to back pain, joint pain, and other musculoskeletal disorder. Like we lifting a heavy object for so long, we can have back pain and our joint pain for so long, or it can be a chronic disease. Next, we have a heat-related illness. Working in hot and humid condition can increase the risk of heat stroke and dehydration. So we have to drink a lot of water in this disease, or avoid heat place or something hot place. Next, we have infectious disease. Exposure to contaminated water source or animal waste can lead to gastrointestinal illness and other infection. Lastly, we have environmental monitoring. So first we have thermometer and hygrometer. It's measure temperature and humidity levels critical for plant growth and development. Next we have light meter. It helps for quantities light intensity essential for photosynthesis. Next we have rain gauge. It's record rainfall to inform watering schedules. Next we have soil pH meter. It measures soil acidity and alkalinity, influencing nutrient availability. Next, we have soil moisture meter. Monitors soil moisture levels to prevent overwatering or underwatering. Last, soil nutrient meter assess the level of essential nutrient like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Raimi and I will present a part of chemical hazard. So we move to the first page, which is source of chemical hazard in the palm oil industry, specifically in the Felda industry. So there are three parts in this, which is the first one is pesticide and synthetic fertilizer, commonly used in chemical that pose risk to worker and the environment. Secondly, nitrate pollution, contaminate water source, and it can cause health issue like methemoglobinemia, or we call as a blue baby syndrome in the children. And lastly is soil degradation. Excessive fertilizer can make soil acidic and nutrient poor, and it can lead to increased chemical use in harmful cycle. So we move to the related health hazard for chemical hazard in palm oil industry. So chemical risk in the palm oil industry include respiratory disease caused by inhaling chemical fumes, and secondly, skin disease, rashes and burn from exposure to chemical solution, or when we direct contact with the chemical. And neurological effect can cause dizziness, headache, and potentially nerve damage. And for the chronic toxicity or long-term exposure effect, it can cause liver damage, kidney and reproductive system damage, and potentially can lead to the cancer from prolonged exposure to chemicals like paraquat and glyphosate. So for the next one is source of work related to chemical hazard. So this chemical exposure is commonly exposed when during planting and maintaining tree process. Among the cause of the hazard that can be found from the aspect of chemical hazard is when the worker plant and take care of their crops so they are not damaged by pests. Palm oil industry related work hazard include chemicals such as pesticide, synthetic fertilizer compound include nitrates, high nitrate concentration, and environmental problem because they are contaminated water source and may lead to pathologies such as methemoglobinemia, or we call a blue baby syndrome in the children. In the same context, excessive application of fertilizer